Hello, welcome to my one viewer, and obviously to people watching this later on YouTube because it will be going on there because I have deemed this game a very, very, very strong story that a lot of people should pay attention to, and it's the Town of Light. Without further ado, we will crack on. Hello, my one viewer. I have back after a very long time. Right, I have clocked this game and I will be starting again from the beginning so that everybody can experience it because I think this has a very deep story and should be experienced. Get a better understanding.
What's happened? What is this place? Maybe I'm dead. I can't see any light. Maybe I am dead. I can't get up. What's going on? What's happening to me? There's no one here. But these noises.
Hey, Duppy's here as well.
God, my head is killing me. I can't keep my eyes open.
There's a lot of issues in this game that is quite not preferential. Can't think of the word, but like corresponding to a lot of issues people go through today. And this is a look back of like what mental health was like in the 1940s in asylums where they didn't really have a friggin' clue what the hell mental health was or how to deal with it for that matter. Hey, where have I been? I haven't been in a great headspace and my webcam was being a dick. Turned out it was a very simple issue, but not even a Windows ambassador looking at my computer for an hour and a half could work out what it was. It turned out, change the USB port. Hang on, what? Is this even loaded properly? Oh no, I was going to say, I'm sure there was a park somewhere. There's absolutely no point in the park, apart from the fact you can actually use the slide. Let's go down the slide. Yay. Fun. Ah, can't use the swings. Can't use a rocky horse. Can't use a sand pit. Oh, use a roundabout. Do I actually have to move the roundabout? Yay! Change my headgear. Bloody hell, I forgot I had that. Whoosh. This way. Hey, can I get off the roundabout now? Flashlight. Now, it has been a little while since I played this, so I'll have forgot a lot of stuff. Can't remember exactly what I'm looking for, but hey, it's all in the experience. Wiki. Oh, wiki. Oh, jungle is massive. Oh shit, I'm copyrighted now. Thanks for that. Can't turn it around, so there's no on the back. Shut the damn door. Really? Really? There we go. First food rationing improvements on April 20th. Bread rations increased by 50 grams per day, an extra kilogram per month of soup products. Agricultural labour treatment reform and extraordinary marmalade distribution. Wow, everyone got marmalade. Incredible anti-aircraft victory. 159 aircraft shot down in 24 hours by the German Continental Air Defence. Major Russian operation northwest of Jesai. Enemy convoy scattered in the Mediterranean. 2 destroyed. 6 merchant vessels sunk. Fierce murder in San Casciano. April 14, 1944. Somebody, a young woman, freed a respectable family, was brutally murdered near her home. Police are investigating. Possible political motive emerges. That same person, distressed but held up by their faith, her mother Irene E., father Eric, and sister Martha delivered the grievous news. The funeral will take place in La Ramola on Sunday, April 16th at 3:30, starting from the house of the deceased, April 13th, 1944. I thought there was something else in here, but I guess not. Now, I forget. Can I run? Not by the looks of it.
This place. Time. Memory.
Oopsie. Last time I played, I went through the hole in the fence and I came up over that way somewhere, I think. Assume it makes no difference. Might be lurking, but the party never ends. No problem, thanks for the lurk. Inventory of objects of a patient upon admission. Charity congregation. Psychiatric hospital administration. Inventory of articles of clothing and footwear, cash, cards and other valuables upon admission to the asylum for observation. Renee, on the day 12th of the 3rd, 1938. Details of clothing, amount of cash, valuables, cards and other objects. Notes. Sweaters, shirts, 1. Underwear, 1. Pairs of socks, 1. Shoes, 1. Diapers, skirts, dresses, trousers, vests, jackets, handkerchiefs, pocket handkerchiefs, hats, berets, aprons, golf shirts, overcoats, towels, ties. The assistant, the director, Volterra on the day. I can't read that shit. General Prog 10327, Psychiatric Hospital, administrative file of Amara, admitted on June 15th, 1937, discharged on, never transferred on, died on November 8th, 1942. You're damn sight more likely to die in one of these old asylums than you were to get cured. Patient discharge, read mission document. Name and surname Francesca Agostini. Patient Arduino. Maternity Martelli Gina, born in Velletri, Provincia, Roma, on October 13th, 1895. Place of residence Velletri, Prov, Roma. Marital status widow, admitted on May 30th, 1916. Diagnosis early dementia, referred from Roma Asylum, transferred to asylum observation rooms. Dismissal, de Monfieur, form of dismissal, file, read mission DMY. Form of. It doesn't look like you. Yeah, you died as well, probably. Speaking of mental health and this game and the like, I did just sit for about half an hour looking at my screen, trying to get myself to start the stream. Did feel rather anxious about it after so long. Right, son of David, deceased and illegible, born on, place, province, residence, marital status, married to, number of children. He's married to a number of children. No, that's not right. Profession, religion, culture, referral. Ah, that's an empty form, that's why. Die. Nope, nothing in there. Death report for that Giuliana Dina. The asylum that you're actually walking around in this game is like a genuine asylum. Went to the actual place, and basically what it looks like in the game is what it looks like in real life. Because they took shitloads of pictures and videos and rebuilt it in Unity Engine to the best of the ability. Irene E. in K, 26 years. The woman is in a state of great agitation. She caused her 3-year-old daughter, or curses her 3-year-old daughter for having ruined her life. She wanted to take us away. The damned kid wanted to kill us. She's the devil, I tell you. She's the devil herself. She destroyed my ability to give life. She left her sister in silence. Silence is scary. The mother explains that her husband, Eric K., worried about her daughter, called a doctor who, noticing the state of the woman and the potential danger to her daughter, urgently initiated the procedure for admission. The woman was admitted to observation in the single room, not because she was dangerous, but in view of her social class, it seemed the most appropriate choice. The mother has provided a generous donation to the Institute in order to find a more suitable accommodation for her daughter. Can't crouch or anything either, can you? Oh, can't crouch.
The only thing I remember clearly is Charlotte, my doll.
If I remember rightly, I think Charlotte's upstairs. Master switch that powers the lift is downstairs and it's disconnected. Well, I'll take the stairs. Could probably use the exercise anyway. Yeah, I can't read that. 23rd of the 5th, 38, 5,900 Procura Pisa. I'm assuming that's a form of currency. 502 days in Roma, I'm assuming. I can't read that because it's another language. Never mind. Ugh, there's the doll.
Mummy took good care of Charlotte. She tucked her in, hugged her, gave her cuddles and kisses. She was very affectionate and loving. Nothing bad happened to Charlotte, and that surprised me. I didn't understand. At first, I was quite scared. I was afraid that she wanted to hurt me. I lived in constant fear that Mom would abandon her. Because I didn't deserve to live. I didn't deserve to be loved. It's cold and it's dark. Look, she's cold. She'll get ill. We can take care of her. Nobody can stop us. Charlotte is a good girl. Those lamps could make the room warmer, but Charlotte's not happy. She doesn't feel well.
Doll is horrendous.
Charlotte will be comfy here. But it's cold. No, it's cold. Don't shiver, Charlotte. The cold will go away. It'll go away. We must find some warm lights. Let's go to the surgical ward.
Yeah. Doesn't work because the fucking door's open. I can't remember how long it took us, but I did clock this in a single sitting the first time, so I plan on doing that again. It wasn't super long. It can't go that way.
The cold has gone away now. You see? The light, the warmth. We can do it. The cold will go away. It has to. Now we can enter the ward where everything started. It all began in the observation ward on the ground floor.
Ground floor. That way or that way? I think it's this way. Yeah. Fucking on the trippy side.
One day I turned off the light, but it didn't go dark. It was a limitless immensity, a blinding, merciless light. I was 16 years old, and I was afraid, always afraid, a fear that wore me down. I needed help, but I couldn't speak. I was terrified of everything, even thinking. They said they were taking me to a place where the fear would go away, where I would get better. I stopped living in there. They dragged me away and stripped off all my clothes, everything. I tried to explain what was going on in my head. They tied me to the bed for days. I was alone with my nightmares. It wasn't fear anymore. It was madness. And when you're mad, you cease to exist. She was my only hope in this hell. I was descending down, down among the damned. But that woman and her smile kept me alive. The door is locked from the outside. Here, the doors can only be locked and unlocked from the outside.
Volterra Psychiatric Hospital. Transfer file. Name and surname T. Renee. Paternity unknown. Place of birth Montefoscoli. Age 17. April 4th, 1938. 10:30 a.m. Patient Renee T is transferred from temporary asylum in the observation rooms to the quiet ward. OPV stamp. Whatever the heck that is. Hey, door's open. Hello? Lock it. Lock it. I'm pretty sure all these are locked. Punch to dick. You fathead, give me my doll.
He laughed, panted, and slobbered all over me. It hurt me when he touched me. I thought I'd suddenly split open with a loud crack, and I would be shattered into pieces. I felt fragile, sick, dirty, degraded. All I could do was clutch Charlotte tightly while Renee obeyed. He was the master in the realm of light. I was being consumed by the evil act I had committed. I threw up and could feel hell getting closer and closer. Those tests the doctors did to me. They said there was something growing inside, and they wanted to drag it out of me.
Dear Director, I've been working at this institution for 5 years now. I'm a simple person, I'm not educated, and I feel embarrassed about writing to you. I always try to look on the bright side, but sometimes we are called upon to do difficult things. That's our duty, and I well understand and accept it. There is no alternative. However, I have decided to write you this because something is happening which is simply unacceptable. I am well aware that there's someone among us who devotes too much attention to the younger female patients who are confused. The serious nature of this fact has compelled me to write to you. I am certain of your indignation and of the measures you will adopt to solve the problem. Please accept my warmest regards and respect. Can't do note with that. Nope, nothing in these. School for nurses. According to Art, 24th of August 16, no what? 24 of the August 16, 1909 616 regulation for the implementation of the February 14th 1904 N36 SI law on insane asylums and patients, the present certificate of suitability for asylum nurse is issued to name and surname who has in the exams taken obtained a score of blah blah points on 30. That really didn't give me any information at all.
She stayed with Renee during those terrible medical examinations, and that gave her the strength to survive. They went to the gynecology ward on the upper floor.
Upstairs. Other way. Four. Well, which bloody room is it? Patient transfer document, psychiatric hospital transfer, file name and surname, Fanti Clementi paternity, Luigi deceased. Oh no, not Luigi. Place of birth, Pomerantz, age 37. Date of administration, July 7th, 1937. And Deceased at 6 p.m. Excuse me, I'm looking for the gynae ward. Where the hell is it? Ah, found it, never mind.
August 21st, 1938. Confidential. Dear A, I know what you think about these things, so I'm referring a patient to you, Renee T. This wretched girl got out of control and caused trouble in the grounds. She's almost 3 months pregnant. The nurses should be more alert. I'm examining the girl on the 28th. I'll handle things very carefully, don't worry. We don't want to make matters worse. Then they said that Renee was crazy, and that the illness was all in her head. Careful, little girl, careful. I was scared, and I didn't talk to anyone about the illness. Only her. Not even the other doctor. He never touched Renee. He just wrote things down. You can tell me everything. Don't be afraid, he said. Everything's going to be fine. Do you want to know what I'm writing? I note down what I observe in you, everything I see. He didn't hate Renee. He tried to help her, but he rarely examined her in those small surgeries. The doctor who wrote things down was in Surgery C.
Hello? Oops. Wrong button.
March 12th, 1938. Renee T., 16 years old. Menstruation at age 12. Housewife. Father unknown. Mother a seamstress. Admitted in observation yesterday morning from Pontedera, accompanied by a police officer authorized by the examining magistrate of the Court of Pisa to be admitted for a psychiatric evaluation, which I have carried out. Medical certificate. Mental illness preceded by warning signs. Has suffered from depression for a year, believing she had tuberculosis. Food deprivation. We can't read this document. It is forbidden. We mustn't. If they find out, there will be trouble. We have to look for Amara. We must hurry. We have to follow the memories and make sure they don't fade. She is frightened, hears noises and ghosts, presents serious signs of anxiety psychosis, suffers from hallucinations. She is anxious, confused, her expression is distressed, a questioning look as if terrified, disoriented. She feels confused, hears voices shouting in her head. She doesn't understand things properly. She has been feeling unwell for 2 or 3 months. When questioned, she replies, "My mother wants to hurt me. I am always scared of her. She chases me." "Why are you here?" "I argued with my mother and was so upset that I felt like my head was spinning. There was a woman there who wanted to force me into a life of prostitution. They wanted to condemn me to be burned at the stake. Children whispered, called my name." March 16th. She couldn't sleep last night. They wanted to condemn her to be burned at the stake. April 4th. Transferred to the calm ward, still under my supervision. "Yes, that's true. The ward where Amara was. Yes, the stake. The children wanted to burn Renee. She had to pay for what she'd done, like witches at the stake."
And depending on what answers you put here, there's different endings you can get. I haven't got a clue what you need to do to get specific endings. I can't remember what I put the first time, so... See if I can get like a sane ending. See, I don't know what this means.
I didn't know what reality was. I never did. I've known many different realities, maybe too many. When you move, everything changes its appearance and meaning. I have no points of reference. We'll just have to keep looking.
But it's really deep, because you're going through it, and then even I'm thinking, like, is she really nuts, or was she just didn't have the right start in life, and then things spiraled out of control, and it's really thought-provoking.
April 21st. She's more awake this morning and is responding to questions, complains of headaches. She became agitated when she found out her mother was there. She says that one day, many years earlier, she was with a friend of hers and met a man who made her get into a car and took her for a ride. He made her smoke cigarettes and drink liquor, and the man showed her certain things. He tried to hurt her and made her go crazy. She says he promised to marry her and made her swear to keep what had happened a secret. These facts were essentially confirmed by her mother. After that, she became arrogant, impatient, and hostile towards her family, especially her mother. She started taking off her clothes in public. Her moods would swing from laughter to tears. She rants. She pleasures herself. "It's not true. Renee hostile? It's all made up. They wanted to make her into something she wasn't, and then certain things would have been forgotten. Renee was the bad girl. Maybe I'm starting to understand. That's enough of reading these lies. Let's look for Amara." The grounds at the back of the hospital, and then down to the kitchens. This is the road we used to take. If it weren't for her, In the grounds on that bench in spring. So many days. It was an escape, watching nature around us as she talked and smiled. And then there were the kitchens. Sometimes we stole food and ran back to the bench to eat it in secret, and we laughed. She did things to me. Sometimes she touched me. In the shower, I felt her body against mine for the first time. It was a shiver that warmed my soul. Eyes closed, the light slipped away. Nature helped me to forget, to escape from the system. She wasn't in the system. He wouldn't let her in. The scent of spring. That's it. She must be the land of light, the key to my memories, and to the reasons why. Chatting on the stone.
Really? Not really. I'll walk all the way back round.
Let's look for Amara in the kitchens in the basement of the building, behind the greenhouse. Come on, let's look everywhere. She must be here, I'm certain.
Lock it.
Adele, that little girl has been standing motionless in front of the kitchen door for hours. Poor thing, I gave her some candy. She ate it without a word and remained motionless. I don't think she's very well. We used to see her now and again, but now she's always there. I'm going. The doctor's not here. He's coming this afternoon. Try and speak to him.
No.
Poor thing. Lost in her dreams. She was only a little girl. But nobody gave her a cuddle. They punished her instead. They said she was sick and her dreams were troubling her. They weren't even hers anymore. I need her. But we will find her. We'll find her, won't we? When the water in the shower was cold, we ran away. But when it was hot, then she came to Renee under that cruel white light. I can still feel the shivers her body gave me. Everything must return to how it was. If we recreate that magic, she'll come to us. We mustn't give up. Now we have water. We must switch the boiler on.
That's what I'm looking for. Shut doors, turn the valves, turn the thing on the bobby, flip the switch, press a button.
Where could she be? We've got to talk to her. Everything will be all right.
Where is the button? Is that the button? Nope, there's a light.
We can't stay in here too long. They'll find us. When they found us... Come on, hurry. We've got to find her quickly.
Door, hang on the bobby, turn the valve, flip a switch, and then I can't quite work out what the hell that one is. Is it on this box? Yes. Oh, there we go.
Now everything is ready. We can go to the bathrooms. We can go along that narrow corridor in the kitchens. We'll meet her in the showers, yes.
This is open. That's where I want to be.
Everything's ready. Let's get undressed and leave our clothes on the hooks in the changing rooms.
Something a little fucked up graphically. I don't know why. I don't think it was like that when I first played it.
Let's turn the water on now, and everything will be as before.
God, this ain't fucking trippy at all. Were you drunk when you came to the showers? I would turn the water on, but I can't remember how. Is that a thingy? That looks like a thingy. Ooh. Oh.
Amara was everything I could have been, but she no longer existed. I'd have loved to erase everything I did, but instead I always went ahead and did it again. It was my fault, and she disappeared from my life. They gave you injections there, which made your body and soul tremble violently. A whirlwind of anguish and unbearable pain. I lived in terror of the next time. They had taken me upstairs to that ward where no one wanted to go.
Then I guess I'm going upstairs.
Let's look for Renee's room in the slightly agitated ward.
Only slightly agitated. Where would that be then? Is that this one over here? I'm assuming so.
When there was too much chaos, they closed all the windows and the door. They turned off the lights, and it was pitch black. Some people fell asleep. Some others stopped seeing their demons and became more calm. Montefoscoli, December 20th, 1941. Dear Director, could you please let me know how my daughter, your patient Renee T., is getting along? I've written to my daughter several times, but have received no reply. I'm very worried, particularly as I've been ill for some time and have not been well enough to come and visit her. Please kindly let me know when it will be possible for me to bring my daughter home. Your humble servant, Ada T. Bring this letter to the attention of Dr. C so he can assess the potential discharge of the patient.
I can't remember if there was a point of that thing on the wall. You just playing Pokemon Shield. I'm about closing all the doors and windows, but I can't remember whether that was something I had to do. Locked. Oh, that's not opening. Damn, that's why I had to shut all the doors.
They put a straitjacket on you. They gave you a cold shower. They suffocated you with a sheet. They tied you to the bed. They tied me to the bed. A woman died next to me, choked by her own vomit. She was tied down because she wouldn't stop pleasuring herself. I can still hear her death rattle. I screamed, but nobody came. Everybody screamed in there, all of them. It was then I saw the doll, which wasn't Charlotte. No, she wasn't Charlotte. The past came back to hurt me again. In the loneliness of that crowded ward, he brought it with him. I thought I would never see him again. He'd come to remind me who I was. That's what my mother used to do. That's what I had done. It seems that my life in here was just a repeat of what it had been outside. The doll, the fear, the shame. I'd have loved to erase everything I did, but instead I always went ahead and did it again. Montefoscoli, November 12th, 1939. My dear daughter, It is with great sadness that I heard what happened. Your transfer and your sufferings are a cause of great worry for me. It will take time, but you'll see, things will improve. They'll treat you and you'll get better again. I pray a lot, every day. Write to me often and tell me if you need anything. I promise I'll do what I can. Try to be strong. Mom. This is the last letter she wrote to me. Once I was put into this ward, I was overwhelmed by loneliness. After that medical examination, I received no more letters from Mom. Why is that man here? Why doesn't she come to see me? Did I make a mistake? It didn't seem like she wanted to abandon me. What did I do wrong? I'd like to be able to reply to her again now, to change things. Perhaps she would have listened to me. Will she reply?
Clinical Diary of Renee T. Symptoms and treatment. Specify one or more of the following abnormal behaviours. Loquacious, nympho, simpering, unstable, impulsive, irritable, incoherent, nervous, clamorous, extravagant, erotic, menacing, capricious, hallucinating, red in the face, excited, restless, exhibitionist, insolent, chattering, deceitful, rebellious, irrelevant, devoted to idleness, lying, petulant, flirtatious, impertinent, slanderous, cruel, angry, domineering, pleasant. That's a lot of things to be going on all at one time. What the hell is this? I do not know. But it don't look pleasant.
The letters were sent to the archive. It was their job to post them.
Now, I've got to remember where the feck the archives are. This is room, patient storeroom, laundry. 10 has nothing. Eye clinic, inpatient surgery, semi-agitated, radiology, gynecology, surgical ward, surgery, stairs. Well, I'm guessing the downstairs then, because they weren't on there. Students' waiting rooms. 3 has nothing. Stairs, conference rooms, visitors, toilets, tranquil ward, observation ward, refectory, Refectory, toilets, nurses' room, grounds and park. Eh. Oh, where the hell is the archives then? Observations. People wonder why people don't like the dentist. And so where's number 3? I don't know, because the quality's are too bad. I can't read the bloody map. The Volterra Charity Congregation, which in full compliance with the directives of the fascist regime, in the spirit of great initiative and the rationality of technical criteria, proceed to the truly exemplary organisation of a self-managed high-intensity cultivation agricultural company on Volterra's fields, where the compact, rugged clay soil was previously used as sparse pasture land. The secondary provincial commission, in solemn recognition of this particular rural merit, unanimously voted to assign the present special certificate of honour and a large gold medal in the triennial competition as a prize to all companies under the umbrella of Agro Volterra, or Volterrano. President, Secretary. A visit is granted to military patients for top placement only to parents, brothers, sisters, wife and children, if authorised in writing by the family. Acquaintances may obtain information about the health and mental condition of patients, calling on the doctor on duty. If such a letter is not presented at the door, access will be denied. Any leave will be granted from time to time when the conditions of the patients permit it, and the requesting parent, brother, wife assures guarantee of surveillance and custody. No other person will be granted access to patients outside of the institute. Any item intended for a patient must first be authorised every time by the health authorities. Wine and spirits are strictly forbidden in any case. Right, where the hell are these archives? I'm sure this door here went somewhere. But not now, evidently. Somewhere else outside? I don't remember. No, not this way. And I've been round the other way, so I guess not. So, oh, that's the classroom over there. Right. That's 13. Nurse's room. Guess I'll have to go back upstairs and double check. See what room 10 was, because that was missing off the map thing. 10's there. Well, it's absolutely dick and diddly in here. Patient's... Aha, there, 12. How the hell did I miss that before? Patient storeroom and archive? This one? No. This one. What's this? No, that's nurse's room. Ah!
When you were sent to a lunatic asylum, you lost the right to possess anything. Everything you arrived with was packed up and stored here, even the clothes you were wearing, in case you were released one day, but far too many never left.
So where the hell do I put my letter?
Dear Mother, please, I beg you, get me out of this place. I'm so frightened here. You were right. I know I was wrong. I understand. I'm so ashamed. If only you knew how much. But now I'll behave myself, I promise. Now things will be fine. I'll work hard. I'll be very good. Your daughter, Renee.
Not fulfilled.
This letter. It was Renee's letter, just as she wrote it back then. But it was never sent. Why? Why did this happen? I received your letter, Mom. You tell me to be patient and strong, while I only feel fear and pain. And you don't write to me anymore. If only these words could be my soul, I'd tell you what was happening to me. The kids want to kill me. They all look the other way and tell me what to do. I don't understand. She helps me, but what have they done to her? Can you tell me? Will you help me? Renee.
Not delivered.
Montefoscoli, July 7th, 1940. My dear daughter, I have received no news from you. You have not contacted me in months. I'm sorry, but I don't have the money to come and visit you. Do you remember Mr. Onofrio? He'll soon be in Volterra for business. I've asked him if he would be kind enough to ask the director for some news about you. I hope he'll bring me some good news when he returns. But please write to me. I know that I was strict with you. You have to forgive me. I didn't think. I've given Mr. Onofrio a new doll for you. You told me that you lost yours, and I know you loved it so much. It's not as nice as your Charlotte, but I hope that it will comfort you nonetheless. Keep your chin up, darling. Everything will be fine, you'll see. Mom. Montefoscoli, October 12th, 1940. My dear daughter, I've written 2 letters to you and have received no reply. Every day, I'm anxiously waiting for a letter. Mr. Onofrio's back. He brought you the doll. Do you like it? He told me he was unable to speak to the director, but managed to see you. I pray for you every day. Even Don Gino said a prayer for you during Sunday Mass. Isn't that nice? I've made up my mind, Renee. I'm bringing you home. I've already written to the director. I told him that I'll take care of you. I'm not very well at the moment and can't work, but I'll get better soon, you'll see. And as soon as I can make the journey, I'll come and fetch you. I know you're suffering a lot, but please be strong, I beg you.
Next part, please. Well, no, not if there was anything else, but by the looks of it, there's nothing else.
Mom will come and fetch us, won't she? Mom is good, but she's not well. That's why that man came. She also sent us the doll. I could have played with it and talked to it while waiting for her to come, but Renee didn't bring it with her. Perhaps she's been abducted like all the others and is locked up here somewhere.
They couldn't really expect anybody to get better and just locking them away from the world and pretending they didn't exist. It's a sad state of affairs.
Now we can open the bundle on that table in front of the window. May the Lord guide your path and keep you from sin. Mom. You see? Mom was good. I was bad. Mom was worried about Renee and Charlotte. I abandoned Charlotte. We've abandoned her. Let's look for Charlotte. We have abandoned her. Will she still be where we abandoned her, under the warm lights?
What room was that again? This one? Yeah.
I didn't do anything. I just obeyed orders. I only obeyed orders. Charlotte's gone away. Mom will come and get us. She loves us. I only even though we're orders. Leave us alone. I didn't do anything. I only obeyed orders. Mom will come and get us now. I didn't do anything. I only obeyed orders. Even though we're bad. Mom won't leave us alone. I didn't do anything. Charlotte gone away. I only obeyed orders. Mom will come and get us now. She loves us, even though we're bad. I didn't do anything. I only obeyed orders.
Remember as well, this last was like 16 inches was chucked into an institute. That was some scary shit. You've got a monkey face. Read that. Or she's read that.
What was that doctor writing, sitting at his desk?
This?
September 7th, 1938. The patient frequently indulges in recriminations expressed in an explosive tone of voice. This morning she threw away the milk, saying it was full of urine, spittle, and all kinds of other filth. Crazed, she hears voices that order her to do things. She says she heard children singing and that they were locked up in a school. January 20th, 1939. Introverted, dazed, cannot focus on anything. When questioned and stimulated, she starts crying and weeping. At other times, she laughs. June 1st. Apathetic. Eats very little. She refuses to be touched. Does not respond. Spends her time in the grounds. The cooks report that she sits on a bench in front of the kitchens, October 14th. Return of impulsive behavior. This morning she asked for 2 eggs to make tzabayoni, but when she got them, she threw them up in the air. Excited, clamorous, slightly confused, takes her clothes off. December 8th. Tied to bed for 15 days.
What the hell?
High-spirited, tends to make witty comments and use vulgar words. Laughs hysterically and pleasures herself. The nurses report that about 2 weeks ago she remained in the showers on her own and didn't want to leave. They said that when they took her away, she swore at them and then lashed out and bit them. 2 nurses had to be treated for their injuries. They've kept her tied to the bed since then. Transferred to the slightly agitated ward, from the care of Dr. B to the care of Dr. C. I was with Amara in the showers. My memories are terrifying. They're not real, are they?
Could just be figments of your imagination.
December 15th. Dr. C. Patient notes. The abnormality of her psychic state has induced her to lead a life which is irregular and tends towards delinquency. Of fickle and flighty character, she regularly discards her household duties and engages in occasional prostitution. Delinquency? Maybe I answered someone back rudely, yes, and people get on my nerves at times, but delinquency? And prostitution? No, why? Why say a thing like that? The old doctor tried to understand, but this one just labels you without thinking, or even trying to comprehend. Her mental deficiency makes her deaf to the reprimands of her family. She has shown suicidal tendencies. She was brought to the ward yesterday, agitated and hysterical. Treated with cardiazol, 2 injections a week for 5 weeks. The therapies removed the light for a while, but also all her will, desire, and hope.
They probably were at the time. Some of them might try and do what they can for you, but I think a lot of it was just trying to keep you shut up, like. It was frowned upon to have kids who were mental or whatever, and just remove them from existed. The therapy was terrible and painful, but it was the only treatment that existed. It was the only treatment that existed. You wouldn't do stuff like lobotomies and electroshock therapy so much now. It's for them, it probably was important to keep you quiet, but I think I'll answer B.
It was torture, but we had no choice. Nobody explained anything. No one tried to help us understand. We were like farm animals.
Too many and too few, it was impossible to do otherwise. And again, true facts. They also had their nightmares within these walls. They don't know what to do with you. You were damned, dangerous, condemned souls who could have taken care of you. Well, they didn't know what to do. But they were also probably lacking in people.
June 2nd. After a long period of calm and improvement, the patient is very agitated today and vehemently refuses to submit to a gynecological examination. She swears and curses those helping her, flailing her arms and hitting them. According to reports by Dr. B, The patient has been subjected to periodic checkups since she had a spontaneous abortion about 2 years ago in her 3rd month of pregnancy. Conception occurred after she had sexual intercourse with a stranger who sneaked into the hospital grounds. Details are contained in the charges filed at police headquarters in Volterra, a copy of which is attached to these clinical notes. ES therapy. A spontaneous abortion? It's not true. I can't believe it. How could I have invented things if I didn't even know what they were doing to me?
Really happened to me to have an abortion, but it was illegal, and so they reported it as a random incident. Very most likely. It's a lie. What is written here might be false, or just the wrong way of looking at things. Perhaps Renee really did know. You can't be sure of it, you know that, don't you? Well, as far as the cutscene went, it looked like it was one of the doctors that raped her in the shower, so, or in the bath or whatever. So, I think A is the one for that. Anybody watching this, or in the future watching this on YouTube or back on Twitch, I'd be really interested in seeing what you think, like what answers you would have picked for all these questions. Because I'd imagine a lot of people are going to have a different view. None of them are really right or wrong. So yeah, if you want to start up in the comments, and I'll check them all and see what other people's views are as well as my own. But A for that one, I think.
And the stranger in the grounds, I don't remember. Was that another lie? Or was another memory removed? God, my head.
Yeah, you're probably not going to find out now. All the truths and lies have been blurred and hidden.
June 13th. The nurses report that she descended into a state of great mental confusion after receiving her mother's letter. She threw her soup over another inmate because she was very anxious, and then punched a nurse. Impulsive, flails about her. She rails against the doctor in vulgar terms while he is examining her, lashes out and spits. Block all correspondence to give the patient no further reason to become agitated. August 20th, tied to bed. The nurses report that the patient is extremely agitated after the visit of a relative or family friend. 2 days later, she is still shouting all the time that he commands her, that she must obey and harm herself, and that she is not Charlotte. All visits forbidden, constrained to bed, and intensification of ES therapy until we achieve results. Calm down. You must be calm. Don't get agitated. We'll make you calm down. Is that the only thing that matters? Is tranquility worth the price of not living?
No. Squeeze into the most inadequate spaces. Stay calm. Staying calm was essential for our well-being. What alternative was there? In any case, it was a life not worth living. Certainly not, but at least that way from outside everything seemed more acceptable. Yeah, that's the thing. If you haven't got the knowledge of how to deal with something, then they probably just want to hide it. Outside world forgets about it. Technically it's not happening.
March 3rd. Alert, correct attitude, replies when questioned. The nurses report that the patient is calm. She washes and looks after herself. She affirms the existence of a certain Amara. She says that Amara is a patient who disappeared when she was moved to this ward. No confirmation. Probably a regressive hallucination. Evaluate transfer. Did I imagine Amara? That's not possible. She was there. I know she was there. I feel it. She must have left some traces of her presence.
Back to the archives, I'm assuming. And again, got to bloody remember where that is. I can't even remember what floor I'm on currently. Although, judging by over there, I'm probably the lower floor. No, I'm on the upper floor. Was upstairs.
Amara B., aged 32, housewife, mother of 2 daughters, married to Mario B. So Amara does exist. Yet she had no children and wasn't married, but that photo, it's her. June 3rd, 1936. Admitted yesterday, showing signs of improvement. June 8th. Cheerful, calm, and tranquil. Her behavior is good and she is keeping herself clean and tidy. Discharged on June 10th. April 28th, 1937. Arrived accompanied by her husband in an anxious and nervous state. Has difficulty speaking, trembles. Discharged May 14th. March 8th, 1938. A few days before Renee was admitted, she told me that she too had been admitted only a short time previously. Arrived yesterday in a febrile state. Discharged March 14th. She didn't leave. Certainly not after a few days. No. June 22nd, 1939. Readmitted once more. The patient shows rapid improvement. Discharged July 2nd. August 1st, 1941. The latest of many admissions due to agitation. Discharged August 27th. She came and went, stayed only for short periods, but I remember she was always with me. Oh, what's going on? March 4th, 1942. Back again, the same situation. March 8th. Compared to previous admissions, the patient seems depressed even after a few days, although her demeanor is calm and she is attentive. Discharged March 25th. April 2nd. The patient is distracted and apathetic. Her husband brought her here and said, "She's not eating, doctor. She spends all her time sleeping. I'm so worried, doctor. You know her. You can help her." April 6th. Tuberculosis. Patient transferred to the Maragliano Pavilion and is in isolation. May 3rd, 1942. Death from tuberculosis at approximately 8:30 a.m. Is Amara dead? Poor dear friend, I wasn't even able to say goodbye to you. Enclosed is a manuscript written by the patient, probably in a state of delirium. I'm dying, I know it. I'm losing a lot of blood, bleeding internally too. It's strange. Since I came back in here, I can't stop thinking about that little girl with her sad eyes, her desperation. I only saw her for a short time, it's true, but she remains in my heart. Will she still be here? I hope to God not. I hope she's better and her mother's taken her home. My memories don't match up. What's the point of this? Perhaps my memory is playing tricks on me. Things are not as I remember them, as I see them. But she said she liked me. I just can't understand it. I just wanted to say goodbye to her for the last time. I never even said goodbye to her. How could a soul survive in this hell? I so want to feel things again. Pain, passion. Feel the damp tears rolling down my face to remember that I was alive.
Okay, what am I doing?
I can't be sure it's Amara's. These crosses are nameless. How will we ever know who is buried here? There are no names here. Amara no longer exists. Maybe she never really existed, and I was already dead. Why go on living? Let's put an end to it. I want to leave a letter. I want to apologize for the suffering I have caused.
So do I leave?
The reception is in the entrance hall. There I'll find a pen and paper to write with.
But I'm all turned around and I don't know where the hell I am. Where's the hospital?
I always wanted to stop doing the things I used to do, but I just did it again and again. I kept on making mistakes, destroying my life and that of the people close to me. My soul was rotting in a state of sin.
I don't know where I'm going. Oh, getting stuck. Is there another way to go here? Nope. Was there any real reason to come here? Other than a flashback of the garden? I'm told to be or not. Oh, what's up here? How did I miss this? No. Didn't miss anything, you can't go that way.
My life has been one long mistake. I'm so ashamed of what I've done. I'd lost control and couldn't stop myself. A victim of rage and lust. the most obscene desires. Mom, don't come and fetch me. I beg you. I deserve to be in this place. It's my only chance. But I'm not brave enough to keep on living. Not like this. Not with this shame which wears me down every accursed day. Not with this anxiety which transforms everything into fear.
Know that one.
Not like this. But I'll never change, Mom. Never. Let me die, but don't suffer for me. Forget me quickly, but maybe you've forgotten about me already.
Wow, hello, 5 people. Getting close to the end now, but welcome, welcome.
I can't.
Got the point. Primary school.
We learn so many things at school, and so we have to attend. How would we get on if we didn't?
Yeah, I forgot about this bit. Didn't get all the pictures last time for something called a ghost.
Rene is kind to Don Gino, but he always frightens me. I do a lot of bad things. I don't tell anyone, but Mom knows just the same. Don Gino knows everything. He speaks to God and he tells me lots of things. The others know. They're not. Mr. Onofre is very kind and helps us. If he's not here, I have good reason to be afraid.
So lost.
My schoolmates, when the lights there. The blackbird's beating my head. That's why it hurts so much. When I was little, I never used to sleep. Mr. Onofre is so nice. I'm bad because I'm not kind. Mr. Onofre helps me. How would we manage if he didn't? Mom always has to work because it's so cold in winter. When I was small, I never used to get for anything.
more than last
What's
time.
happened? What is this place? Maybe I'm dead. I can't see any light. Maybe I am dead.
And that's going back to what you said at the beginning.
I can't get up. What's going on? What's happening to me? There's no one here, but these noises. God, my head is killing me. I can't keep my eyes open.
Why can't I see the person that's pushing us? Maybe that other bit was like the inside of the mind and trying to escape the mind. I can't connect.
May 4th, 1942. The patient had previously expressed suicidal feelings, but never acted on them. Yesterday, she injured herself badly, stabbing herself in the stomach with sharp, pointed scissors. Sedated, restrained, and transferred to an isolation cell. May 10th. Transferred to the agitated ward for observation. Isolation, insulin, and shock therapy. September 25th. Positive response to treatment. She replies to questions and remembers what happened, but doesn't want to give explanations. She claims to have memory lapses, entire days about which she remembers nothing. She appears to be anxious and seeks reassurance. She fears she has done monstrous things in the blank periods for which she has no memory.
What the hell is insulin shock therapy? Being a type 1 diabetic, that's That was scary. I don't have a torch. Go that way.
November 11th, 1942. The patient speaks very little, refuses food, force-fed with a nasal cannula. February 2nd, 1943. The lack of kerosene for heating and the food shortage is claiming many victims in the institution. War spares nobody, not even these alienated creatures. Despite her young age, this patient has fallen ill owing to the cold and malnutrition.
Nobody laughs in here. I mean, really laughs. Not those crazy fools who laugh because people say they're mad. I don't know why they laugh out loud. They say I'm mad too, but I never feel like laughing. People used to laugh at me, but they were right, you know? You can't always cry and people laugh when they're afraid, don't they? It happened to you, not to me. It's better that way. They do that to show they're lucky. You mustn't take offense because it's true. And deep down it's just like pity, if you see what I mean. But then you think about your own situation and you laugh because you feel lucky that everything's gonna get better, that it's all shit. It's all shit, this place. You're not trying to tell me it's not true, are you? An intelligent person, educated, not like me. And if I can see it's a load of shit, just imagine how much better you understand it. No, come on. No. I feel fine here, you know? After all, I can do and say anything I want.
Change it once it's finished. I cannot. Other one must be blank anyway.
Nobody at all. Solitude is very strange. It muffles everything, slows it down. It's an endless scream that makes no sound. A silent scream. I can't stop looking at myself. I will never leave this place. There is nobody up there for me. These walls have become my skin, and the wretched desperation within them is my soul without a voice. Here, nobody weeps anymore. How I would love to feel life, desperation, anger. I've stopped dreaming, daydreaming, maybe even thinking. I've lived in a reality which has corroded me and has stripped me of everything, even my ability to feel pain.
The view distance on this game isn't very good.
May 5th, 1943. Renee's state of health is good. She is eating and speaking. Her spatial and temporal orientation is good. Therapy suspended. December 3rd. She calmly asks if she can leave the hospital. Evaluate patient for 6 months. May 2nd, 1944. Discharge denied despite a favorable psychiatric opinion. The patient has no home or means of support.
By the time the work something out and deemed her fit enough to go home, it was too late. Again, something that probably happens all too often back then.
May 4th. The reasons why discharge is impossible are explained, and this is how Renee learns of her mother's death 2 years after the fact. May 5th. She tried to kill herself in the night by hanging herself with a sheet, saved by the nurses. Restrained to her bed, she once more tried to kill herself by suffocation. The decision has been taken to perform a transorbital lobotomy.
traditional technique pioneered by A.E. Moniz was preferred by the... Shit, I'm not fast enough at reading. The operation involved gaining access to the frontal lobe of the brain by sawing through the orbit bone above the eyelids, then damaging the lobes by means of an alcohol or formaldehyde injection or using a special instrument. Contrary to what was often thought, the patients did not always receive invalidating damage. Although this was often the case, Moniz was awarded the Nobel Prize for Medicine in 1949. The therapy gradually fell into disuse after the discovery of whatever the fuck that was. Give us the option to read it and then press a button to continue, will you? Not the fastest reader. Fact of the matter that you're pulling your weight while you did this shit, man. Horrendous and inhumane, like. Yeah, you got a right to look sad, you know what's coming. Like you've seen some shit. Stop doing it though. One step. Kind of looks some form of a way. God. She is still conscious to a degree. Oh, that's fucking nasty. I don't like things with eyes. Yeah, fuck it. Oh, you dirty bastard, you. Fucking local anesthetic or not, that shit's
10th of June, 1944. Operation successful. Patient tranquil and collaborative. Motor coordination capacity reduced, but she's improving. Transferred to the tranquil department in the care of Dr. B. 25th of October. Continues to talk about Amara and her doll, Charlotte. The disturbances of motor capacity show slight signs of improvement. Difficulty walking, not capable of riding, and the nurses report that they have to help her dress, wash, and feed herself. In the summer of 1944, Renee was transferred back into my department. Aware of little, indifferent, hardly ever spoke. One day, she said, "When I find the courage to look at myself in the mirror, I see a young face which is aged and looks at me full of fear." She is a woman now who has changed profoundly compared to the girl that I had under my care several years ago. Only the sadness of her gaze and her intelligence are unchanged. She's so young, just 23 years old, but is lacking all vitality. Perhaps her condition may improve, but probably not. Her life has been thrown away. And nobody did a thing to try to avoid this.
So here you live above my mind. I wish you'd heard that my mind is trying to read yours and easy for a bird. Soon I'll meet you. I'll become the one you love. We're growing, so we'll have claws while looking for ourselves. The time is endless, it could take forever. I will find you. I will find you. I will find you, our home, our heart. I will find
And there you have it.
I will find you.
Phenomenal story.
I will
I
find
watched all like the behind the scenes things and that, and how they created it, and they went to such lengths to get everything as true to life as it was. Like I say, they actually went to the asylum, took loads of pictures and videos, and then recreated it as truthfully as they could, using the
I
unity engine.
need a face to wear skin so
First time I clocked it, I was just like,
soft to dress.
wow, that was
Let
an
me try
amazing,
you on, I'll do it.
thought-provoking story, and more people need to experience it.
Don't be
That's why I decided
scared,
to make
don't
it.
fly away, our home will soon
Stay on Twitch for however long, and I'll be putting it up on YouTube as well.
be where our heartbeats fight this life together.
Not necessarily helps people that have the issues, but maybe it helps people who don't have the issues understand maybe it's a bit more. I don't know, I find it hard to get my thoughts across, like in speech, but I find it an immensely powerful and thought-provoking story. And it was done so well. And well done to the guys who made it, man. If it helps anybody with mental issues or not, then my job's done. Can't say doing anything any bad. Nope. When a game's running, it shouldn't go on to bloody sleepy mode. I don't think there's anything else after the credits, but I'll let the credits run. Give everybody the recognition they deserve. But to go through all that and just end up the way that she did, like, if that same person now, going through it now, the outcome would be completely different. just back in the day where they didn't really have any idea what caused or what helps or just anything to do with mental illness. It was just a case of hide them away from the public and zap them and lobotomise them and make it easier for them to deal with them rather than make it easier for them to live. Oh, thank you for making the game. Can. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed that bit of experience. It's, man, it just blows us away every time I play it, man. So thank you everybody who popped by the stream and people who have stuck with us through the stream. And for everybody on YouTube, watching it once it's uploaded to YouTube. Like I say, if you want to take a note of the questions and that and let me know what you thought you would have answered for the questions, then feel free to put it into the comments. Please leave a like on the video and subscribe for future games and all the games that I've got in my lists on my channel. So until the next video, thank you and I will catch you later. Goodbye.